It was a hard-fought game on both sides of the floor. I'm proud of our effort. I thought we fought. I thought we did some things to put ourselves in a position. When we had cut it to 2 there in the second half, we had a breakdown defensively where Blackshear hit a big 3. Kind of sized us up and hit a big 3, and then we came down and we didn't score. And then the very next play, they hit another 3 on the under out of bounds that gave them a cushion when we had some momentum. And it's an example of a veteran team, a team that's been together, a team that has some experience, and a team, quite frankly, that's used to winning. For them to step up when we had the momentum to make plays like that. So congrats to them. Again, like I said, I thought we did some good things and put ourselves in a position, but it wasn't good enough. We have to continue to work and get better collectively as a group to understand the value and the importance of every possession and how we need to have the concentration and the focus every possession and understand the importance of every possession. And I thought we got a little bit closer today with that, but it's still not good enough to beat a really good team, and they're a very good team. I'm grateful and incredibly appreciative for our fans, for their continued support, especially our students today. Really appreciate them standing by us. It created an amazing atmosphere in there once again, which we've had throughout the conference, so we're appreciative of that.
Jeff, Blackshear, you guys were here talking about how they thought they were trying to do smart things with them defensively, and they just still kind of found ways to kind of get in position. Is there only so much you can do schematically, when you've got a guy that's just that much more bigger than you guys?
Better. He's really good, and he's gotten better over his time there. You can tell he's put in a lot of work. I think he's having an outstanding season. When I think of our league and I think of just, post guys, I'm not sure if there's a better one than him in the ACC or one that's playing better, than what he's doing. And he can hurt you from so many different ways. He's skilled. He's strong. He can score with his back to basket. He can step away. And so he's a very difficult guy to defend. And we knew that coming in. And, I thought he was very patient and had amazing poise throughout the game. And that's a direct credit to him and his staff for continued work over his career and how much better he's gotten.
Given the way Blackshear was playing tonight, what went into your decision to go smaller lineups?
Well, we wanted to try to put some pressure on him to guard on the other end. I thought in the first half, when we went smaller, I thought we got back in the game a little bit. We were in foul trouble. It was out of necessity. And I just thought that it was, gave us a little bit better look. So that's why we did it.
Jeff, how are the guys in the locker room handling the losses one after another?
I mean, we're trying to stay positive.
Jeff, seemed like the second half, every single time you guys cut to a single possession game, someone on Virginia Tech answered with a big clutch basket there. What'd you think of how you defended in the second half?
Well, obviously, if you look at the percentages, we didn't do a good job. But they're a really good team. And that's what good teams do. When people make a run at them, they have guys to step up and make plays. And they're a veteran team. They're not a team that relies on new players. Those guys come in and fill roles for them. Their key guys are guys that have been there, that have been a part of an NCAA tournament, or tournaments, plural, and that have stepped up and made big plays. And, again, it's a credit to them. It's been amazing to watch how Buzz has built the program. And he took over a difficult situation, and he built it brick by brick, and he set a standard of how hard they're going to play, how together they are. When you watch them on tape, you see it on tape, but when you play against them live, and every year I've said this since Buzz has been the coach, I've always felt you can hear really good teams because they're constantly talking. They hold each other accountable. There's a standard there, and there's a standard within their program. And so, you're not surprised. I was hoping it didn't happen, but you're not surprised when guys step up and make plays.
Obviously, Jeff, obviously you have your own plan, in your own way of program building, but how much does seeing that and seeing what Virginia Tech has become with the right plan, how much more hope does that give you from what you can do here?
Well, I don't need that to have hope. I have hope. I believe in what we're doing. I believe in the process in which we're doing it. It's frustrating right now, obviously, that you're losing. But, I've tried to have a great, really good perspective of where we are as a program, when I took over. And I haven't deviated from that even when we had success. I understand how hard this is going to be, and it's not a quick fix. And, we won a couple of games early, and maybe it changed some expectations for all of us. But again, I think I've had a pretty good perspective on this. Now, it's hard. It's really hard. It's frustrating. And we want to be better. But I think we're getting better. I really and truly do. It's just not equating to wins. But we have to continue to fight and continue to do things the right way. So again, I'm very what's the word I'm looking for? I admire what Buzz has done and what other coaches have done when they've taken over situations. He's not the only one. But I don't need that for motivation for what I feel like we're doing. I think we're on the right course.
Jeff, is it tough to balance that frustration of the result versus the appreciation for the effort?
Yeah, it is. And we try to do a good job of that. But look, you want to win. You're competitive. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm the most competitive guy, but I'm really competitive, and so you want to win, and you also feel like that. You can win, but we have to do the things necessary to win, and we have to do the things necessary every possession to be worthy of winning, and we have to understand that. We have to learn that. The thing that we don't have in our program right now is we don't have anyone that's won. We don't have anyone in that locker room that's won. I mean, the only guy we had did it at another place, City, and he's a guy that's been injured this year. A lot, and so I think he's doing some really good things, and maybe we'd be a little bit further ahead. Maybe if he was able to not have missed time, but we don't have that. Like other teams, they've built that. Virginia Tech has built that. They have. He's not playing right now, but Justin Robinson's another coach for those guys. He's helping Beatty. He's helping those guys out. Hill, is a graduate. Outlaw is a guy that I think he's a graduate. Those guys have been a part of it, and so they can teach the Wilkins. They can teach, the Kabongos, and those guys can come in and fill a role, but they don't have to be the frontline guys right away. Blackshear is another guy. This is his 4th year there. And so they have that in the locker room where it's not just the coach upholding the standard, it's the players. And that's when you have a really good program, when you have the older guys in your program that can teach what you want. Everyone in our program is still trying to learn, because we haven't done that. And so, again, it's frustrating, but I understood what I signed up for, and I knew it was going to be a process. And, I believe in what we're doing, and I believe in where we're going.
I think part of it was that me and Terrell picked up 2 fouls early, and we had to go really small. We had a huge advantage, and then also he's a good player. And myself, I got caught fouling a couple times when he started posting up. I ain't really got no excuse. He just played a good game.
From Mike and last year, Ken, what are some things you picked up or maybe learned in that game and tried to apply to that?
I knew first game I didn't, or it was on the scouting report that he couldn't shoot, and then we've obviously learned that he can shoot. So my whole thing was just, I wasn't trying to give him no open looks like he got the first game, but I mean, he found other ways to being effective. Yeah, 10 of 11 free throws. I mean, yeah, he played a good game.
Cam, it's the second game in a row where you guys, it seemed like there were some openings for 3 that just weren't falling. As a team, do you feel like those are there as a team, and that the only thing to do is keep shooting them, and that eventually they'll fall?
For sure. We work on shooting practice every day. We have a lot of guys that are really good players that can hit open shots, and I believe that we can hit shots. We're just not right now.
You all took 27 free throws. That was the most that you all had taken in 8 games since the win against Florida State. What, if anything, do you think you all were maybe defined offensively that worked in this game against that defense that wasn't in previous games?
Just staying aggressive and attacking the gaps after movement. I think we moved the ball as a team today, and that's what allowed us to get driving lanes, to be able to attack and get them to foul us. So that's the main thing, is attacking as a team.
You know, it's been 9 straight losses now. I mean, for you guys, personally, for you all as a team, how do you feel like this current streak has kind of affected you all, if at all?
We're not separating at all. We're together. We're actually growing stronger together. It just sucks that we're losing. That's really all I gotta say. We're a team, and I love every one of my teammates. We just need to keep on growing and learning how to win.
It seemed like in the second half, every time you guys could make it a one-possession game, somebody on their team answered with a clutch basket there. What did you guys think of your defense there in the second half?
I mean, that's what coach is preaching all the time. He's preaching fighting and playing smart. We did the fighting part, but we just didn't play smart. Or we played smart for parts of the game, but there were a couple out of bounds plays. We gave them threes on that we had just went through this morning, and just small things like that, just mental lapses that we need to clean up if we want to win.
The other team also hit a lot of contested shots. Sometimes we were there and they just made the right play and they hit the shot. That's all it was.